Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yes.
Merry
So
Christmas.
glad that you could join us. We're
Yeah.
glad that you're here. Blessings on you in this Christmas season. Hope to see many of you on Sunday. So Merry Christmas. And for anybody who wants to just kind of hang out for a few minutes, we're just going to hang out. How are you guys? Thank you for
Yeah,
leading us.
doing good.
Yes,
Great.
doing good.
Yeah, it's good to be here.
Yeah, good to be here too.
I was really
Well,
scrambling because I forgot to bring a candle to my office, and I finally found one. I was kind of worried there for a minute.
Where did you find it?
It was like in a drawer, and so I lucked out. Otherwise, I would have had to use like some matches, and I would just like keep lighting the matches during Silent Night.
Well, you saw me. I was like, oh shoot, I don't have my candle. So I just kind of like leaned to the side.
They're behind me.
I'm like, get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, all that after my phone rings, Rodney calling.
Yeah, that's right.
He's like, hey, Alicia, what's up? What's going
What are you doing?
I'm like,
What are you up
don't call me right now.
on?
It's seamless. I'm waiting outside. I've got an order for Alicia.
Okay, right?
to?
Oh, I'd like that actually.
Yeah.
So speaking of food,
Yeah, it wouldn't
Here
be
we go. It wouldn't be the same without it. Come on, bring it.
yeah. And as I'm about to ask you this question, just say if there is anybody with us online still that does have a burning theologian for our very reverend Michael Delashmid, here's your chance. So you're welcome to type in a question you want to ask him. But the question I want to ask you is, so I'm wondering, like, so what are you guys eating for like your Christmas meals? Like any special dishes or things being made or baked for your Christmas meal tonight or tomorrow?
Well, the answer in the Delashman household is going to be yes. Julia and the girls have been baking, it seems like, since Easter for Christmas.
Oh, wow.
And we're going to have a standing rib roast and Yorkshire puddings and roasted vegetables and that kind of thing for dinner tomorrow. So that's what we're looking forward to.
Can I ask you, what is Yorkshire pudding? Like,
It's basically like a kind of like an oven pancake, a savory oven pancake that the fat for it, instead of being just butter or oil, includes the drippings from a roast. And so it has like a beefy flavor in it. It's really delicious.
sounds delicious.
Sounds yummy, yeah.
And beefy flavor was your nickname in college. So
Oh my God.
Oh no.
My mom watches this, man.
No.
beefy.
Beefy flavor. That's right.
Make it strong.
Love it.
Oh man, somebody needs to get you like a t-shirt with that on there.
Beefy flavor.
That's just wrong on so many levels.
Yeah, what about you guys? Aaron, what do you guys do?
Tomorrow, we're trying to figure out what the big kind of Christmas meal is, but tonight we're going casual and we're doing our family favorite breakfast for dinner,
Ooh,
which is
that's always
just,
fun.
we all cheered with that idea. So
Yeah.
we're just going to be together, pajamas, breakfast for dinner. We're going to love it.
Oh, my favorite breakfast for dinner. Yeah. How about
we're
you?
gonna have burgers tonight, and Christmas dinner is usually like a repeat of Thanksgiving for us. And so, sweet potato pie, not really turkey, sometimes turkey, but this time not turkey, like two Cornish hens. And yeah, it's like a repeat of Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Potato salad, string beans. Say again.
Well, 2 Cornish hens, and then do you do a partridge in a pear tree? Is that
And
the
a
next
partridge
one?
in a pear tree. Well, we've got to do that. You got to bring that, right?
yeah. Well, Julia says that Yorkshire pudding is like a Dutch baby, which I love. Yeah. A beefy.
Okay.
Beefy Dutch
Flavored.
baby was Aaron's
A beefy-
nickname.
Beefy Dutch baby. Oh,
Beefy Dutch baby.
So there's a question in the live chat for Leisha and Those
Oh.
are fine crucifixes on your walls.
Ooh.
Who are the artists?
Mine are all Ethiopian crosses. I don't know if I'm in the right. And so they're just all different. One is actually a Celtic knot, I believe, and the others are Ethiopian crosses. Yeah. I see. Oh, I see yours. You have a whole line of them behind you.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah,
Here's
for
mine,
me-
and there's yours.
For me, these are crosses that I've picked up along the way. One of them is an Irish high cross that's actually carved out of peat from an Irish bog, and that was a place that we visited. Julia and I visited. It must have been 25 years ago. One of them is a San Domano cross from Assisi, and then a couple of other crosses that were given to me. And I like to collect crosses as it's part of the job.
Yeah, it feels like that, right? That's one of the things.
Yeah. Cool. Awesome. I just realized I didn't talk about what we're eating. So Jimmy has been slow roasting a pork shoulder with like rosemary and garlic, basically like for the past, I think since like 11 this morning. So he's been roasting for like 7 or 8 hours. So he's going to make like something with pulled pork. And he bought this humongous pork shoulder because we thought that Jimmy's like whole family was going to be here, and now they're not coming. So
All right, we'll be over in an hour.
Yeah, just let us know, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
Open invitation, right?
yeah, exactly. Well, Jimmy was basically saying we're going to be just picking away at this pork and like basically eating it for like the next weeks.
Sure, you'll have some of your best sandwiches, in the next couple of days.
Yeah, it keeps on giving. Melissa says that the Morgan-Wicks menu includes Icarian pork with honey, orange, and rosemary, and that her brother is making it.
Ooh.
Icarian.
What is Icarian pork?
What is that, Melissa? Is that Spanish?
Tell us, Melissa, please.
No, what that is.
Enlighten us. I'm waiting in the chat.
It's like a Dutch baby pancake. Wait, no, that's the other thing.
Yeah, it sounds delicious.
Mhm.
Well, we don't have any theological questions for you, but I have a question for you guys.
Oh.
It's a little deeper. So I'm wondering, what in this Christmas season do you sense that like God is kind of birthing in you? Or, do you feel like, just like, I love that poem if you want, but this idea of being like a midwife of God, like, do you feel like there's something that you're kind of like midwifing? Is that a verb? Yeah, like midwifing into being. That's a good question.
Yeah, that's a deep one.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll answer because I just said something like this to Shauna, my wife, a couple hours ago. But it's something about, for me, it's been a long season of deconstruction in many ways in terms of faith and belief and framework and all that. And we're in an era of deconstruction. I mean, everyone I talk to is trying to figure out what to do with faith and the church and all that. And I said to Shauna today, I want to do some construction work in this deconstruction era. Like I want to find what's still beautiful and build on it. So I'm feeling a turn from let's knock down everything that's sick and broken to let's find what's beautiful and build goodness on it. So
that's really beautiful. I love that. How do you feel like making that turn?
I'm excited.
Yeah. Because
if I find out there's nothing beautiful to build on, well, then that tells me something too. But I suspect that bedrock is deeper than I could imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's beautiful. I love that. Oh, love that. How about you guys?
I think, for me, something that I've been thinking a lot about the last couple of weeks is, is mindfulness and a need to develop and foster mindfulness as a spiritual practice for my own kind of well-being, and I think to remain centered in what is a kind of chaotic time. And I think that maybe that is something that's being birthed in me, as it were, as I think about slowing down my mind and being more present in the moment, as opposed to kind of worrying about things that are so far outside of my control that they're just kind of fictions. So that's my hope for this season.
Yeah. Do you find that there's like something specific, like a specific kind of a practice that helps you do that?
Well, yeah, I mean, breath prayer, being mindful of my breath, the kind of thing that we often do when we start praying, kind of like just becoming centered and aware of your breathing and your body's presence in a chair. But also the Jesus prayer, Jesus Christ, Son of God, have mercy on me, and kind of linking that with my breath also kind of helps to center me in the moment. But yeah, those are some of the practices, kind of more breath related prayers that I've been focusing on.
Yeah. It's very labor oriented.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Lisha, how about you?
I think I've been thinking a lot about practices that really sustain, I guess, and that's similar to what Michael was talking about, but not making sure I'm not talking about it, but actually doing it, right? Like it feels like a lot of times, so quite often for me, like I'm very mindful of the things that I should be doing to sustain myself in this kind of work, in this line of work. And I think we talk about it, but doing it is the thing. And I think that's something that I'm being called to now, like specifically making it happen. And so in that vein, we've started doing yoga with Elaine. She's not on right now, but she's been coming by the church, by the rectory on Wednesday mornings and doing 30 minutes of yoga practice with us, and how nourishing that's been. And even just knowing that it's going to happen, even at work, right? In my place of work, it's going to happen. The little 30 minutes are going to happen. And that we've carved it out feels so important, that we've carved it out within the workday feels super important to me. And so I think just actually doing things like that. I was talking to Kelly the other day and I was saying, next up is like reading time, like 30 minutes of reading time at work, or an hour of during the week, just, something that we're not just saying it, but we're actually doing it. I think those are the things that will, as I'm hearing, right? I'm new to this, but I'm hearing about burnout. I'm hearing about people who are really struggling, who are just like, I'm done. And so as I'm setting the foundation for my own ministry, I'm thinking about, yes, I have to actually do these things, and I'm going to start doing them now. So yeah, I think that might be a call for me at this point.
Also nap time.
We got to get that little sofa. We've been talking about a little couch, one of the offices, for nap time. Yes.
I mean, wouldn't that be great if like in your workplace, there was like mandatory nap time, the way they do that, like in kindergarten?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's a great idea. And I mean, didn't Jesus like nap like a bunch? At least like one time he napped in the boat when the storm was hitting, right? So we could so easily make a theology of napping.
Do it, Michael. That's your next
Do it.
book.
Yeah.
That's right.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
What about you, Christine?
I think for me, it was like that image of being a midwife of God. I felt like is a really powerful image for me. And I again, like as someone who's not had children, I imagine it's like, okay, maybe you have a desire to have a child, but like you don't have any control over like what that baby's going to look like as it comes out. But being a midwife in some ways is not to try to control things, but just to be present to like the life that's being born and the life that is starting to emerge, and it's not about you, but it's about the life that's happening, how to kind of attend to it and work with it and sort of feel it and intuit it. Yeah, I think I have felt like this whole season, it's been one of like, do you say midwifery? Is that how it's pronounced?
Midwifery, yeah.
Midwifery. And I do feel like, yeah, like even being here at St. Peter's and what God's doing in Chelsea and, even in general, like feeling kind of a connection to what's happening there, that, that God is just doing something in this time. And it's like, as faith leaders, like that's our role, is to pay attention to like, what is the thing that God is birthing and how do we help bring that to fruition, even if it doesn't look like what we thought it was going to look like. So there's like kind of like a trust that needs to happen there too. But yeah, kind of like I was saying, I was like, kind of like, it does feel like kind of like bloody, risky, hard work.
Bloody, risky, hard work.
Blood.
Well, it's true. We don't want to say it, but that's true, right?
Yeah. So, yeah. Well, I'm grateful for you guys, and I'm grateful that we could be together tonight.
Melissa said it's sort of like a stew, the Icarian pork.
Yeah.
She may be gone now, but she said it was like a stew.
Yeah. Great IF. And also Martha.
The Nat Ministry.
And that, there's something called the Nat Ministry and the Nat Bishop.
Nat Bishop, yes.
And she's done like really deep work on rest and
you got to follow her on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yes, called the Nat Ministry.
Check her out. Yeah, she's really good.
The real
she
snooze, though.
She has posts that say like, go sit your butt down, or something like, like you shouldn't be doing anything, and rest is resistance. And it's really, she has a really frank way of talking to you. It's really kind of fun.
Yeah. Wait, Michael, did you say it's a real snooze?
I did.
Sorry.
Wow.
No.
Oh, bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, that's why, because I thought I heard you say that, and then the next thing that Alicia said was "sit your butt down." So I thought she was talking to you.
Well, she wouldn't say "but." I put that in there. She'd say,
"Yeah." All right, guys. Well, thanks for hanging out and chatting for a couple minutes.
Great to be with you.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll see you all soon.
See you on Sunday, right?
Merry Christmas to you all.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. Don't see you for Sunday. Happy New Year. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Oh, remember this, Michael?
Ole, 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 ole.
Take a picture of us real quick.
Yeah.